The Dyatlov Pass incident, a frozen enigma that defies explanation. In the desolate, snow-swept reaches of the Ural Mountains, where the wind howls like a mournful spirit and the cold bites deeper than any blade, a tragedy unfolded in February 1959 that would haunt the world for decades. The Dyatlov Pass incident, named for the young leader of a group of Soviet hikers, Igor Dyatlov, remains one of the most perplexing and chilling mysteries of the 20th century. 9 lives were extinguished under circumstances so bizarre, so inexplicable, that they have sparked endless theories, from the mundane to the otherworldly. As we stand in 2025, the frozen enigma persists, its secrets buried beneath layers of ice and speculation, whispering to us across time. What happened on that fateful night? The journey into the wilderness. The story begins with a group of 10 young adventurers, all experienced hikers and skiers from the Ural Polytechnical Institute in Sverdlovsk, now Yekaterinburg. Led by 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov, a charismatic and skilled outdoorsman, the group set out on January 27, 1959, for a challenging trek to Oteton Mountain, a remote peak in the northern Urals. Their goal was ambitious, a 200-mile journey through unforgiving terrain to earn their Category 3 hiking certification, the highest honor for Soviet mountaineers. The group was a tight-knit band of friends, brimming with youthful optimism, 8 men and 2 women, including a 38-year-old war veteran, Semyon Zolotaryov, who joined for his expertise, and Yuri Yudin, who would turn back early due to illness, unknowingly escaping a grim fate. Equipped with cameras, diaries, and supplies, they documented their journey with laughter and camaraderie, their spirits undaunted by the harsh Siberian winter. Photos show them smiling, skiing through snow-laden forests, their faces alight with adventure. But as they ascended Kolat-Syakhl, the dead mountain in the local Mansi language, something went catastrophically wrong. By February 2, 1959, they pitched their tent on a gentle slope, a seemingly safe spot. It was the last time they were seen alive. The discovery, a scene of horror. When the group failed to return by their expected date of February 12, a search was launched. On February 26, rescuers found their campsite, abandoned and eerie. The tent was slashed open from the inside, half buried in snow with boots, jackets, and supplies left behind. Footprints, some in bare feet, led away from the tent toward a nearby forest, a mile away. The scene was a tableau of panic, as if the hikers had fled in terror, defying the sub-zero cold that would have demanded they stay bundled in their gear. In the forest, beneath a large cedar tree, searchers found the first bodies, Yuri Krivonischenko and Yuri Dorosenko, frozen, shoeless, and clad only in underwear. Nearby, a small fire had burned out, its embers a futile gesture against the merciless cold. Branches on the cedar were broken up to 15 feet, suggesting desperate climbing, perhaps to escape or to see something. Days later, Igor Dyatlov and Zenida Kolmogorova were found closer to the tent, their bodies posed as if crawling back toward safety. Rustem Slobodin, with a fractured skull, lay nearby, his death hinting at violence beyond the elements. Weeks later, in a ravine 4 meters deep in snow, the final 4, Lyudmila Dubinina, Semyon Zolotaryov, Alexander Kolvatov, and Nikolai Thibaut Brignoles, were uncovered. Their injuries were grotesque. Dubinina was missing her tongue, eyes, and part of her face. Zolotaryov had crushed ribs and missing eyes. Thibaut Brignoles had a shattered skull. Yet, their skin bore no external wounds, as if an invisible force had crushed them from within. Stranger still, their clothing tested positive for low levels of radiation, and some garments were swapped, as if taken from the dead in a desperate bid for warmth. The official verdict and its shadows. The Soviet investigation, conducted in 1959, was as opaque as the Siberian snow. The official conclusion, an unknown compelling force caused the deaths, a vague phrase that only deepened the mystery. Hypothermia was cited for some, but the bizarre injuries, missing organs, internal trauma without external marks, and radiation, defied simple explanation. The case was swiftly closed, files classified, and families left with more questions than answers. For decades, the Dyatlov Pass incident festered in the public imagination, a wound that refused to heal. Theories, from the mundane to the otherworldly. What could drive 9 experienced hikers to flee their tent into a deadly blizzard, half-dressed, only to meet such horrific ends? The theories are as varied as they are unsettling, each peeling back a layer of the mystery only to reveal more questions. The avalanche hypothesis. In 2021, Swiss researchers proposed a slab avalanche, a small but sudden snow slide, as the catalyst. The slope's angle, combined with wind-driven snow buildup, could have triggered panic, forcing the group to cut their tent and flee. Hypothermia would explain the initial deaths, while the ravine's collapse could account for the severe injuries. Yet, critics point out the slope was too gentle for a typical avalanche, and no debris field was found. The missing organs and radiation remain unexplained, casting doubt on this tidy theory. Infrasound-induced panic. Another theory suggests infrasound, low-frequency sound waves inaudible to humans, caused disorientation and terror. The Ural's unique wind patterns, funneled by the mountain, could have generated infrasound, inducing panic that drove the hikers out. While scientifically plausible, this doesn't explain the physical injuries or why the group didn't return to their tent once the effects subsided. Military cover-up. The Cold War backdrop fuels speculation of a Soviet military test gone awry. The radiation on the clothing, combined with reports of orange lights in the sky from nearby witnesses, suggests a secret weapons test, perhaps a radiological device or missile misfire. The hikers, caught in the wrong place, may have been collateral damage, their injuries consistent with an explosion's shockwave. The classified files and hurried investigation lend credence, but no concrete evidence has surfaced in declassified records. The Yeti or supernatural angle. For those drawn to the paranormal, the broken cedar branches and missing body parts conjure images of a Yeti-like creature or supernatural force. Local Mansi legends speak of spirits on Dead Mountain, and some point to a blurred photo from the hiker's camera, dubbed the Dyatlov Yeti. While dismissed by skeptics, this theory thrives in online forums, feeding YouTube's appetite for eerie speculation. Katabatic winds or human conflict. Less fantastical theories include katabatic winds, sudden, powerful gusts, that forced the group out, or internal conflict, perhaps involving alcohol or a fight, though diaries show no signs of discord. Some speculate the Mansi attacked, mistaking the hikers for intruders, but the Mansi were reportedly peaceful and cooperative with investigators. The human cost, a tragedy beyond the mystery. Beyond the theories lies the human toll. These were not faceless victims but vibrant young people, students, engineers, dreamers. Igor Dyatlov, with his love for radio engineering, Zenida Kolmogorova, known for her infectious laugh, Ludmila Dubinina, a spirited adventurer. Their diaries, filled with songs and hopes, contrast starkly with their grim fate. Yuri Yudin, the lone survivor who turned back, lived with guilt until his death in 2013, tirelessly seeking answers. Families fought for decades to access sealed files, their grief compounded by the Soviet state's silence. The enduring allure in 2025. In 2025, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains a cultural touchstone, inspiring books, films, and countless YouTube videos. Channels like Bedtime Stories and Lemino have amassed millions of views with their haunting retellings, while Reddit threads and X posts buzz with new theories, from quantum anomalies to alien encounters. The mystery's allure lies in its defiance of closure, each new clue, like the 2021 avalanche study or declassified files, only deepens the enigma. YouTube's algorithm favors its long watch times, as viewers binge on speculation, drawn to the interplay of science, suspense, and the supernatural. Yet, the incident is more than clickbait. It's a reminder of nature's indifference, humanity's fragility, and our relentless need to understand the unknown. Did the hikers fall victim to a freak natural event, a military mishap, or something beyond our comprehension? The Ural Mountains hold their secrets, as silent now as they were that frozen night in 1959. As we watch the snow fall in grainy reenactments, we're left with a chilling truth: some mysteries are not meant to be solved, only to be felt, like a cold wind that never stops blowing. Call to the curious. What do you think happened on Dead Mountain? Was it a force of nature, a human error, or something darker? The Dyatlov Pass incident invites us to stare into the abyss, to question what lies beyond the veil of the known. In 2025, with new technology and persistent investigators, perhaps the truth is closer than ever, or perhaps it will remain forever out of reach, a ghost story etched in ice.